Hey, what's up everybody? Today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Generations Scoop. So first off, before we get to Scoop, I'll talk about the two Target Masters Scoop does come with. He comes with Caliburst and Hole Punch. And they combine here into one weapon here, as you can see. The blue and yellow one is Hole Punch, and the orange and yellow one is Caliburst. So they do separate, and they do have their individual weapons mode. This is Caliburst here in his weapon mode, and here is Hole Punch. Actually, Hole Punch is, yeah, the arms need to go up like this, but then you peg the arms together, and there he is in weapons mode there. So they can peg on to various places, those peg holes there. I do find one thing very frustrating and problematic about this. This orange piece here has a tendency to come off, and when it does stay on, it's very loose. So it's hard to get, a solid connection because it's just, it's just basically very, very loose, and so it's hard to get enough, pressure at one angle just to get it in there. So it does go in, but again, due to these orange bits here that form the handles and rotate around, they are basically ineffective and frustrating. So a little bit of a downer there, but they do have wonderful robot mode. So let's go ahead and transform them into robot mode. So basically you bring the arms forward, take the tip of the gun here, fold it back. The orange section here goes like that, and there is Caliburst. And for such a small figure, the paint has been applied very nicely. Fantastic amount of sculpting detail, considering how tall this is. It must be just maybe about an inch, inch and a half, or 2 inches at the most. So yeah. So there's Caliburst, and then Hole Punch here transforms the same way. The tip of the gun goes back, orange bit rotates around here, and this guy has a lot more detail to him than even Caliburst. Hole Punch here. You can see he has some kind of like a headgear here, and just tubes here going into his chest. Lots of sculpting detail in the arms there. Both of these pretty much only have articulation at the shoulders, which are on ball joints. So we will set these back here and get into Scoop. Scoop for a construction vehicle is a bit small. I just happen to have a strong arm here. So you have a construction vehicle versus a police truck. So Scoop is on the small side. So there is that. The Scoop itself does articulate at multiple points, 1, 2, 3. The problem is the cap section is not really, there's no way to peg it in, and therefore it flops around in vehicle mode here. So that's one negative about this figure, and other people have pointed this out too in their reviews. It's kind of cool. You can see the head there for robot mode, so he's actually in a way piloting himself. You can see there his face shows through the front window there. So wheels do roll, of course. Got some sculpting detail there, and not much else to say about Scoop here in vehicle mode. So let's get him into robot mode. Alright, so you'll notice there's actually these two tabs here that tab into the sides of the arms. So you want to make sure those get tabbed in if you're transforming back into vehicle form. And also, if you look at here, there's two tabs here, two tabs pegging into these sections. If these aren't tabbed in, what happens is these get floppy. So you need to make sure these are tabbed in for the vehicle mode. So anyways, you can go ahead and just untab those. Untab the arms. Go ahead and bring out the legs. Very simple transformation there. And then you can see how it's like this. We want to rotate the torso section up like that. And then there's a hinge assembly here, and they go in tandem. You can see these both move. You want to put them up like this, and then bring down the shoulders. Hands come out of the arms. Very basic transformation there. The chest piece here does peg in. There's a couple, see, tabs and slots. Tabs in really nicely. And then you're left with the cab section here. You can do a bunch of things here. I think the official way is to bring the cab down here, fold this back down as flush as you can. So all you're seeing is this black section here. So that's all you should see probably for the official transformation. And you can see how it looks on the back here. I kind of like to put it with the scoop up, but that's not the official transformation. So it's really obviously up to your preference. But for now, for the sake of the review here, put it back here for now. Actually, you can put it down like that even too, and you wouldn't have that black section showing even then. But it does stick farther out. So yeah, just kind of depends what you want to do. But that's why I've seen pictures. I've seen most of the pictures with a display like this, and then this would go down kind of like that. So anyhow, the head is on a ball joint. Shoulders, wide range of movement there, because there's actually 2 points of articulation, one connecting it to the torso, and then there's a ball joint there, as you can see. Swivel at the bicep, bend at the elbow. Not really articulation at the wrist, more for the transformation really. Waist articulation is present. Hips are on a ball joint. No problems there. Swivel at the thigh, and a hinge at the knee. And actually, sorry, forgot to bring out the feet. Sorry about that. So there are the feet. I was almost defeated in this review. Anyhow, so if we go ahead and transform these guys back into their target masters, then he can dual wield Cal Burst and Hole Punch, which is kind of cool. Let's see if I can get this peg in here to his hand. See, it just kind of a little bit floppy there. Too much flop to it. But looks like I got it in there. Yeah, that's what she said. And we'll do this one here. Hole Punch. Bring the arms up on the back. Bada boom, bada bing. And let's see if I can get that peg in there. So there you go, you get the idea. The dual wielding capabilities of the Target Masters, which is really nice. And there's one problem with robot mode, unless I'm missing something. This wants to come off like that. This cap here is problematic both in vehicle form and here in robot mode, because there's no way that I can see that's supposed to peg in there. So yeah, okay. There we go. So yeah, he can dual wield his Target Masters here, which is kind of cool. And since he has peg holes on the side of his forearms, if I can get this out without damaging it, he could do something like this on the side. So it's really up to you, of course, how you want to display your Target Masters here. And I suppose you could peg him into the hole, into his shins if you wanted to, really. So yeah, pretty cool. Again, like I mentioned, there's some problems with it, but overall it's a pretty fun set here, especially the fact that Hasbro brought back the Target Masters. I mean, they brought them back in other previous figures, but to bring them back with the Generations line is pretty cool. So, whoa! Trying to get these guys to sit in the scoop there. So anyways, I believe, if I recall, this figure was released a while back, so if I recall correctly, this figure did come with a comic. I don't have that readily available, so can't show you that. But there you go. Oh, is it going to work? Okay. Alright, thanks for watching, guys and gals. This has been my review of Transformers Generations Scoop. Thanks for watching.